I'm floating! I'm floating! I'm floating on water! G'day folks, it's great to be back out in my kayak fishing at the Waranga Basin. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right, now I'm at the Waranga Basin and I'm fishing for a redfin. I'm going to start off trolling a little diving lure, and I've got another rod there with the soft plastic on it to cast around if I decide I want to flick some soft plastics at any point. This is the little mini one well lunch. I think it's 50mm. I'll start with that and see how I go. Now I'm going to have a couple of hours on the water, 2-3 hours on the water, and then I'm meeting up with Rowan from RKJ Fishing at the bank later in the day, and we're either going to bait fish or flick some soft plastics off the bank at the car at the end of the day. So start off in the kayak, then do a bit of bank fishing. Haven't had a chance to do this for a while because I haven't had my kayak out since about May. You ready for it? 3, 2, 1. Trawling, 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 trawl, hide! And I'm already dragging the bottom, so I'm in a bit shallow. Got him. I didn't get the hook up on film because I've been trawling for quite a while without hooking up. Might be an okay fish. Doesn't feel like a submarine, but might be okay. If he's big enough, I'll keep him. Oh, he's starting to feel... As they get closer to the kayak, they start feeling a bit smaller. There we go. I'm on the board. I'm on the board. I might get a photo just because it's the first one. I've been trawling for close to an hour. And I finally hooked up. Righto, I can't get the underwater slow-mo footage, so I'm going to get the above-water slow-mo footage. First redfin of the day. See you later, mate. Now I'm going to turn around and trawl back through that same spot. I didn't get that on film, and those of you that have been watching my channel for quite a while will know that I usually don't get the first couple of hookups on film. That's not until I find a patch and they start coming in thick and fast that I start getting the hookups on film. That's because I could trawl all day without a touch. I never know when I'm going to get a bite. I've trawled already way out there, turn around and all the way back around and up here before I hook my first fish. This one, got another one. Had a bit of a tap, so I hit record. I'm not sure whether I got that one on film or not. It'll be close. I thought I had a bit of a tap, so I quickly hit record, but I think it hooked up before I started filming. It all happened so quick. Here's a bigger one. Getting bigger. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. But it's still not big enough, 'cause I know that I can do better. Waranga Basin redfin, see you later, mate. Tapping the bottom there a little bit. Just move out a little bit deeper. Get off the bottom. Just to get more lure off the bottom. That's a fish. I was dragging the bottom. I was dragging the bottom before I got the hook up on film. This time it didn't even really hit hard because it was just dragging the bottom so much I didn't really notice the difference until it stayed tight and kept pulling. It's only a little fish. Actually, it's probably the biggest one today. Oh, he's regurgitated. Oh, I can't reach it. Looks like a yabby maybe. He's regurgitated something. That's the third fish of the day on the little one well lunch mini. Redfin number 3. That's not a real good light angle, is it? Redfin number 3. All about the same size. See you later, mate. Hopefully a bigger one isn't too far away. They're all coming out of this area here in front of me. Oh, hooked up. I'm in a different spot this time. I'm in a bay. The other 3 all come from the one little spot, like maybe the one school, but now I'm probably 200 or 300 metres further along the bank in a different spot. Another similar size ready. They're not big. but it's good to be getting a few runs on the board because I just love this type of fishing. And being that it's only October, well, I've got months left of it, probably 8 or 9 months of it ahead of me. Redfin number 4. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my redfin. It's October, so I've got November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I've probably got 7 months left of this type of fishing. Now, this type of fishing will go right through winter for a lot of people, but it's a bit cool in a kayak. I'm excited. The kayak redfin season has just started. Today's opening day. Well, it is for me anyway. I used to have this female friend years ago. Her name was Clearly. Clearly was just so nice. I had a bit of a crush on her. We used to do everything together. We'd go fishing and kayaking and bushwalking. I actually wouldn't have minded taking her out on a date. But anyway, I couldn't because, well, I had a fiance at the time. And her name was Lorraine. Lorraine was nice, but not as nice as Clearly. But anyway, one day me and Lorraine had this really big fight. And she said, that's it, I'm out. She packed her bags and she left. And rather than getting upset, I just walked out onto my front veranda and sang, I can see clearly now, Lorraine is gone. That's Rowan way over there. I wonder if he can hear me singing. I reckon sound travels across water. I turn around and crawl back through that spot. I've just picked one up now. I kid you not, I said I might turn around and crawl through back through that spot. I turned my camera off, went to reel my line in, and the fish grabbed it while I was reeling it in. Smallest one of the day. If only I hadn't hit stop on my camera, I would have got all that in the one shot. But anyway, you get the idea. See you later, Clearly. That was clearly the smallest redfin that I've caught today. Right, I'm going to put my little lunch back behind there. I still think the word lunch for a lure name is one of the corniest names of any lures that I own. A lunch. I wonder if they'll release an afternoon tea or a dinner or something, or the one well dinner, or the one well breakfast for morning time. But anyway, it might be a corny name, but it's an easy one to remember. I'm using the one well little one, you know, no, there's none of that. It's always going to be the one well lunch. I'm never going to forget the name of it. Right, I've just pulled up here at the bank, take my life jacket off, have a bit of a walk around and a stretch. I'll have a drinky winky, change my bat flattery in my camera, then keep fishing for a little bit longer before I catch up with Rowan. Right, now I've changed cameras so that I've got a full battery with this camera. I've also changed lures. I've gone to this. This is the old mate lure, the smallest old mate, but it's still twice the size as the one well lunch. And I've gone to I've got a loop in the line like a paternoster rig with a soft plastic curl tail grub in vodka and orange. So I've got a 2-inch curl tail grub in vodka and orange, and a larger old mate lure, the small sized old mate lure. I've upsized my lure to try and find a larger fish, and I've also added a soft plastic. That looks awesome, those two lures swimming next to each other there. Green and orange. The old mate's diving well. The plastic looks great. Got him. Right, I've hooked up. I don't know whether, I think it's on the plastic actually. I can still feel the lure swimming. So it must be on the plastic. Might have even got off, did it? I think it's still there. Still feels pretty heavy. Can't feel it kicking, eh? There definitely was a fish on there. That's still there. Let's let it kick. Look at that. On the plastic. I got it on the plastic. Just got to be careful here that I don't hook myself with the lure. I'll take the plastic out of his mouth. I think that's redfin number 6, I think. Gone. I caught that on the Strike Tiger vodka and orange grub. One of the downsides of this rig, unless you use a jig head, the plastic can slide down the hook quite freely. I could probably work out a way to hold that into place, I reckon. But anyway, the lure got the plastic down and the plastic caught the fish. She's double the earworm. It's off. I'm running the bottom. That's a fish. Got him. I was just running the bottom here. It's only I think he got off. Oh, no, I think he might be still. He's on the plastic, I think. Oh, I don't know. I'll give up making the call. I think he's on the lure. I can't feel the lure swimming. I think you're used to. Look at that. I was just said I'm running the bottom and then bang. This guy has got some major health concerns. I'll show you in a second. I'll try just to unhook him. He took the old mate. Mate, someone's ate half your fin. Someone's eaten half your fin. Good luck, buddy. Trawling, 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 trawl hide. I love this. I've forgotten how much fun trolling for redfin from a kayak really is. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not Rowan's caught any fish. I hope he has. Now Rowan, how many fish did you catch while I was gone?
I caught the biggest donut you've ever seen, mate.
So none?
None.
I reckon kayaking might be a better option at the moment because the water's actually quite clear here, so maybe they're just out a little bit deeper. But anyway, Rowan and I were going to fish until sunset, but Rowan's being called away. He's got to head off early, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'll stay and keep fishing as part of the plan or I don't really. Well, folks, I don't know what I'm going to do at this stage. I'm going to have a quick chat with Rowan before he goes, and then I'm going to make up my mind, will I stay or will I go now? But anyway, RKJ Fishing, if you don't already follow him, check him out on YouTube. Right, now Rowan's just gone. It was great to catch up with him. We've just been chatting for a while and now he's headed off. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throw one line out with a running sinker rig and a couple of worms, and I'm going to pack everything up and just chill out for a while, and then right on dark I'm just going to flick some soft plastics around here and see if any redfin come in close to the edge. Righto, I've just published a video on my YouTube channel. I've packed all my gear up. My rods, my worms have been in there for about an hour and haven't had a touch. It's 7:10 now. I reckon I've got about 30 or 40 minutes to try and catch a redfin. Now back in winter, there were a few redfin swimming into the shallows here of an evening, and I come over here and caught a few, once on my own and once with Rowan. So I'm hoping that that's still happening. I'm hoping to see a bust up or two around the edges. If not, I'm just hoping to pick up a reddy or two with my soft plastic on sunset. There's a spotty bust up right beside me, and again, look, right there. I can see the redfin. It's a redfin, I can see it. Here it comes. Oh, he put it in his mouth. He busted up right beside me. He put the plastic in its mouth. There's a redfin busting up right there. I've just changed soft plastics. I've put on the 3-inch minnow. Got him. Worked straight away. I was just in the middle of changing lures when it started busting up, and I thought I might go to this striped tiger minnow. Oh, there he goes. Got off. Because this minnow done really well for me early this year at both Lake William Hovell and Lake Buffalo. The striped, it's long. I've had it in my bag for ages, and not until autumn this year that I learnt the potential of this lure. It's just a dynamite redfin lure. That's it there, the 3-inch minnow in orange spawn colour from the Pro Series range. Got him. Yeah, it didn't feel like a bad fish actually. I was just listening to that bird up there. This might be a half decent redfin if I'm lucky. Then again, as always, the more line you got out, the bigger they feel, and I think this is a case of that. Anyway, I'll get a quick photo. The sunset redfin on the 3-inch soft plastic minnow. The light's probably a bit low for slow motion footage, but we'll give it a crack. gone. I cast that worm out about an hour and a half ago and it has not had a single touch. Oh, hit that. Got him! Just as I was pulling it out of the water. I was miles away, just as I was pulling it out of the water. He hit that. It's been a bit slow this evening and I'm probably going to need to use the flash for this one because it's getting a little bit dark. It's getting a bit slow and I'm about to head off and I picked up one late fish. Well folks, there won't be any slow mo of this fish. They're lucky to have enough light to be normal mo of this fish. Well folks, I've had an absolute blast up here at the Waranga Basin this afternoon. Kayak fishing was more successful and to be honest I thought I'd have a bit more action around the edges here with my soft plastics this evening, but I got a couple and I'm happy. It was great to catch up with Rowan. It's just a shame that he had to go a bit early, but it was still great to catch up in the sun and have a chat for a while. Just wonderful. He's a great fella. Check out Rowan's channel at RKJ Fishing on YouTube. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.